everybody! So today I wanted to make a very quick review on a product that I'm actually returning because I didn't really like it. This is the Cover FX Contour Kit in the shade N Light. And anyways, basically I got this contour kit because it was having two products that I wanted to try, and that's the N0 foundation and the Moonlight highlighter. Now, when it's not summer, usually N0 would be a pretty good match for me. I tried it on the back of my hand and it's still a pretty good match, although I'm quite tanned, if you wish, not really that much. And the foundation that I'm wearing today, it's too dark. I'm trying a new one. No need to comment on that. It's too dark, I know. But anyways, yeah, when I went and purchased it, it's the only one that actually has the N0 in there, and I was thinking, like, if I'm getting a contour palette, I'm not getting one that the highlighter will actually be darker on my skin. So just be warned, this is the, if you're around NCNW 05 to 10, more or less, this is the only contour kit from Cover FX that will match you. And N is supposed to be neutral, so Cover FX has N, P, and G. G being gold, which has yellow undertones, P being pink, which has cooler undertones, and N being neutral, which is supposedly in between. Now, when I open this, first of all, this is a very, very gorgeous highlighter if you're NCNW 10 to NCNW 15. And this is also a very, very nice shimmery highlighter. So this is basically just a foundation. There, you can purchase it separately if you get their cream foundations. This is basically what it is, with the exception of this one. But what stood out to me were the contour colors. Now, these do not translate neutral on me at all, and I don't think it will translate neutral if you're very, very pale. These two contour shades will look like you have a self-tanner disaster going on. So this is the first one. I want to swatch it on here. As you can see, it has sort of peachy undertones, which, I mean, to contour very pale skins, this looks just bad. I mean, it looks dirty. It doesn't look like a believable contour, because if you're very, very pale, usually believable contours start to be more ashy, grayish, maybe, yeah, any undertone of contour with an ashy hue will actually work well, but if it has any orange or yellow, it will just look bad. Or if it has a lot of orange or yellow. I hope I'm making sense. Anyways, this is the light contour shade, which is supposedly for everyday use, and then you have the deeper contour shade, which you can use to only emphasize certain areas or when you want to transition from day to night. Anyways, so you saw the light version. This is the dark contour, and there it goes. And this has, it's just pure yellow. Now, this is the color that I get when I use a very bad self-tanner or a self-tanner that doesn't react well with my skin. I end up looking this kind of shade, so that's why I was really thrown off by these two contouring colors. I guess in the store I didn't really pay attention to those because I was too excited about these two highlighting colors. Now, I'm gonna swatch you the N0. Let's see. There is the N0. As you can see, it's not very different from my actual skin tone. I mean, if I blend it, it blends well. And this is the highlighting color situation. It is like, it's not that pale, but if you blend it well, it can actually look half decent. So anyways, if you're very pale and you're considering getting this palette, be warned that the two contour colors are actually not really neutral. Maybe in their range they're neutral, but in reality, like if you would be wearing the N0 or N10 shade, these just look downright ridiculous. Even if you blend them well, they aren't really wearable unless you finish it up with some bronzer or something to tone down the yellowness that it leaves. Because as you can see, these are supposed to be all from the same family, but if you look at this one, it looks way more cooler toned than these two here. And they're supposed to be just deeper versions of the same undertone of this. Now, when I swatch these, this doesn't have much warmth into it. As you can see there, it's not really warm. Well, that's the shimmery highlighter. You can see that the shimmery highlighter is actually way warmer. So, yeah. From here, I would recommend the N0. It's actually a very beautiful foundation. It's a neutral if you're NCNW 05 to 08. This is actually a really beautiful match, but the rest, I would try and stay away from them. Oh, and the shimmery highlighter, it's called Moonlight. I actually thought that it was the powder version because they actually sell the Moonlight powder version, which looks beautiful, and it's not dark like this. So I thought that it would be the powder. So when I got it and I realized that it was the cream version, I was kind of disappointed because the cream version has much less of that sheen and it's way harder to work with, and it's also darkens the area much more than the powder. So yeah, anyways, it is a cool kit if you don't mind the yellow undertones in there and you don't mind having a highlighter that actually is kind of dark and doesn't really have much shimmer going on. I mean, when I used it, I couldn't tell really a big difference compared to the powder. The powder is just beautiful. If you can, go and try the Moonlight powder. But yeah, anyways, I'm not impressed with this contour kit. I'm very disappointed. I wanted to love it because, I don't know, I expected Cover FX to actually have a better consistency with their undertones. And if this is meant for very fair skin, which it is by introducing the N0, it is assumed that you are between N0 and N10 when you're using this, so you are very pale. I do not understand how they thought of including very warm and very yellow undertone contours, because I don't know, I have never seen anyone very pale rocking extremely yellow contours very well. I mean, this just looks like my skin is dirty, and I don't know, can you tell? This is more of an olive color, and this is more of a peachy color, but still, they aren't, I know that this is a swatch, but they still don't translate that nice on the skin. They just, you need to work with something else on top of this, and this is supposed to be self-contained on its own, that you don't need to add more products in order to make this work well. And for $48, I think that they should have thought better on the undertones. Again, that's just my opinion. And again, I'm sorry for the foundation. I know that it's quite darker. I actually, believe it or not, this is the new Laura Mercier Silk Cream foundation in Cream Ivory. Yeah, this is Cream Ivory. It's supposed to be for very fair skin with sort of yellow undertones, if you wish, I believe. Is it yellow undertones? Because, anyways, this doesn't look pale to me at all, and I wanted to give it a second try, but no, it's not good. The previous formulation of the Silk Cream foundation, there was, I believe, Soft Ivory or something like that. That was very pale. That was around NC 10 to 12, but this is actually an NC 17 or something like that, which I don't understand why they changed the formulations if then their lightest shade is actually darker than what they used to have. Anyways, that's also another whole rant video, but I wanted to mention it because I'm pretty certain it's quite noticeable, especially when I put my arm against here, and my arm is actually tanned. So yeah, anyways, I hope this review was anyhow helpful. I'm off to return this to Sephora. I'm really disappointed. But on the other hand, I'm glad that now I know that the N0 cream foundation is very good, is a very good match for my wintry skin, and also I know that I want the Moonlight powder highlighter from ColourFX. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and let me know in the comments down below if you've tried this kit, if you've liked it, or if you tried any other of the other shades that they have, because I know that they have several, but this is the lightest highlighter that they have in the series. But anyways, oh, and let me know which are your favorite contour kits, because I'm actually on the lookout for a good one. Again, for very pale skin, I'm talking NCNW 05 to 10. Please don't leave any comments for contouring kits that are for NCNW 15 and up, because I'm really not interested in those. So yeah, thank you very much for watching again, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye!